As guitarists, we often fixate all of our attention on the guitar itself, studying the fretboard, developing technique, learning chord voicings, and researching equipment. These are all incredibly important, but they completely overlook the most crucial component in our playing: ourselves. That is the focus of this book. Physically and mentally mastering yourself in relation to the guitar to get you thinking of yourself as the true instrument. This is a mindset that classical musicians have adopted for centuries. I nearly subtitled this book, The Classical Musician's Secret, because of this. Footnote: I opted against that as this book is largely going to focus on rock, blues, jazz, and pop guitar styles, and my publisher thought putting the word classical on the cover would repel the musicians I'm actually writing for. Back to the main text. Learning how mind and body work in unison to enhance performance, prevent injury, and attain a level of seemingly effortless mastery has been at the core of classical instrumental education for hundreds of years. Even though all classical music colleges have Alexander Technique, or AT, teachers available on campus, popular music and jazz departments have not embraced AT, despite the wide array of benefits it imparts. This is also in spite of some very prolific rock and pop musicians publicly advocating AT. Robert Fripp, one of the founding members of King Crimson, who also worked with David Bowie and Peter Gabriel, includes it as an integral part of his guitar workshops. Footnote: I have no personal experience of Fripp's guitar craft workshops. Back to the main text. And Sting used to take his AT teacher on tour with him. You could even argue that AT teaching is even more necessary for contemporary players due to the increased physical demands of things like string bending, the less ergonomic playing positions, and the increased physicality introduced by performance and showmanship. These demands are why it makes sense that repetitive strain injuries are rife in the contemporary music community. They do, however, go largely unreported, in part due to wanting to maintain a degree of mythology and mystique as performers, and in part due to people just accepting it as par for the course. Many players chalk it up to aging, or the unavoidable side effect of hours of practice. One wonders whether some throw it around like a badge of honor, as though to suffer for one's art is a necessary part of the story that we tell ourselves about artistry. The other thing to remember is that the opposite is also true. No one is too good, no technique so perfect that they are immune to playing-related injuries. For example, Marty Friedman, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Johnny Greenwood, and Leo Kottke are some of the few whose playing injuries have made it into the music press over the years. That is why the need for this book exists. It's not a cure or a magic fix, but it can minimize your risk of injury, keep you playing longer, and playing with more freedom and ease. My aim isn't specifically to teach you the Alexander Technique in a formal sense, but it will be the lens through which I filter my advice. After all, I am a certified and full-time AT teacher, to help you overcome playing-related injuries and attain peak performance. I will also present you with ideas that go beyond playing the guitar. These are widely applicable concepts that can help you in other areas of your life. Wouldn't it be great if your guitar practice could become a mirror in which to learn more about yourself in general? A simple example of how the lens of AT works to deepen your understanding could be with dealing with playing-induced pain. If your current technique is causing you to experience physical pain or strain, then it makes logical sense that you need to change your technique. You might immediately think about changing thumb positions, tweaking wrist angle, or reorienting the hand. All manner of physical or mechanical changes could be explored. However, with AT, we go beyond the movements and explore the quality behind them. More specifically, the intent and effort of execution.